Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another recipe vlog. I am just hanging out in my kitchen and I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you guys. And what I'm going to be sharing is how to make my healthy cookie dough bites. You guys, these things are so good. You would never know they're made from like simple whole ingredients. They're ridiculously good. They taste just like cookie dough. There's no eggs, so you can eat them raw and not even think twice about it. They're seriously so good. They are vegan, gluten-free, and can be raw, so they are a very simple, healthy treat. I shared them on my Instagram and everyone was like, yes, I want to see a recipe, so that is what I'm going to be sharing with you today, and I'm so excited because they are so good and just like way too good not to share. Okay, so the very first thing that we're going to be starting with is actually almond pulp, and this is basically like the waste product you get when you make your own almond milk at home. I make my own almond milk at home. I have a whole video on it if you want to see how exactly I make it, but I've been trying to find a way to use the leftover almond pulp because I don't just want to throw it away because that's such a waste, and I wanted to try and find a way to like repurpose, you know, the leftover almond pulp and make something else out of it that we could enjoy. So this recipe is the bomb, you guys. Seriously, it's so good. So we're going to start out with the almond pulp, and the very first thing you have to do is actually dry it out. So there's two ways you can do this. You can either do it in an oven, just like a low temperature. I do it at 250 for about an hour until all of the pulp is like toasted and dry. The other way you can do it is in a dehydrator, and you can just put it in there overnight and that will dry it out as well. Technically that would be considered raw. I am baking it, so my little cookie dough bites aren't going to be considered raw, but if you have a dehydrator you can use that and do it overnight, or you can choose the oven, whatever works for you. So this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. It's very dry and crumbly, and what we're going to do with this is we're actually going to pop it in the food processor and we're going to create almond flour from this dried up almond pulp. Now if you want to make these healthy cookie dough bites and you don't have just almond pulp laying around because you just didn't make any homemade almond milk, that's absolutely fine. You can just skip all of these steps and just start right in with almond flour. You can just buy almond flour, but obviously I'm using up old almond pulp because I wanted to repurpose it, so I'm just making almond flour that way. But you can just start with almond flour to begin with and it should work just fine. Personally, I have not tried it, but I would assume it would work okay, so you could always just try that. So this is what it looks like when it's all done. As you can see, it is super fine and very, very fluffy and soft. So now we have our almond flour, and I just went ahead and measured it out. So it's just exactly about 1 cup of almond flour. When I originally made the almond milk and got the almond pulp, I used 1 cup of whole almonds. So it looks like 1 cup of whole almonds is going to end up giving you like 1 cup of dried almond flour in the end. So I'm going to add this almond flour back in. I just wanted to measure it just to make sure, just to see exactly how much it was. Next I'm going to be adding some oat flour. I'm just going to be adding 1/4 cup. You can skip this step and just do strictly the almond flour, but I just kind of like the consistency when I add a little bit of oat flour. When I tried to make it a few different ways, I just preferred this way. So you can leave this out, but I do really like having the oat flour, or you could just add like another 1/4 cup of almond flour. That would work as well. Either way, they're going to be delicious, but this is just the method and consistency that I prefer. Okay, then next I'm going to be adding 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil, about 4 tablespoons of almond butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We're going to throw all of this in our food processor, process it up, and you'll see it will form like one big like ball of dough. So there you have it. We have our ball of dough. It's kind of crazy. I mean, you would never think all those ingredients would all of a sudden just like mesh together into one ball instead of being liquidy, but trust me, just trust the process. It will turn into a dough ball if you follow the ingredients. So now all that is left to do is just roll up our little dough balls and then top them with chocolate chips. When you are rolling them up, they are like pretty greasy and kind of oily, but we will be sticking them in the fridge and they'll be stored in the fridge. So after they like get cold, they totally harden up and they're not like that anymore, but just beware when you're making them, they definitely are a little bit greasy. There we go. Starting to look really good, and now we just need to add the chocolate chips. For the chocolate, I'm going to be using the Enjoy Life brand. I'm actually going to be using the chunks instead of the chips because, I mean, when you have a choice between chunks and chips, chunks, right? I mean, hello. So an advantage of these is they are gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, soy-free. They're very allergy-friendly, but the main reason that I buy these is because the ingredients are like the cleanest that I usually find in the grocery store. Most chocolate chips usually do have like soy lecithin or some kind of additive, so I like these because they're just plain, simple chocolate, very simple ingredients. And here are the ingredients. As you can see, they are just super simple. Cane sugar, natural chocolate liquor, and non-dairy cocoa butter. Very, very simple. And then the very last step is just to stick them in the fridge for about 20 minutes because you want them to set. And then from there on out, you want to just keep storing them in the fridge. If you take them out, they start to get a little oily again and start to just like soften up too much. You want to definitely keep them stored in the fridge, and they should be good for a few days, but I don't know if they're really gonna last that long. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this recipe vlog. I hope you enjoy your healthy cookie dough bites whenever you get the chance to make them. Seriously, guys, they're amazing and they're really easy to make, so you have to. And let me know how you like them when you do get to try them. So that's all I have for today, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you are new so you can join my little family here on YouTube and never miss any of my upcoming healthy recipe videos or any of my videos for that matter. And of course, follow me on Instagram and Snapchat because I'm on there all the time and would love to be friends with you on there as well. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!